Hi guys, this is Beekeeper Charlotte from CarolinaHoneybees.com, and today I'm installing a couple of nukes. Now nukes are pretty easy to install compared to packages because a nuke is normally 5 frames of bees with the queen, brood, and foragers. So basically it's just the process of putting those 5 frames into my 10 frame equipment and then filling in the space with enough frames to fill the box. Now the thing that you have to be careful with when you're working with a nuke is that the queen is in there, and as we remove the frames from the nuke box, we want to be careful that we don't roll our queen. And that's just a term that means we don't want to kill our queen. We don't want to squish her as we're moving these frames into our 10 frame box. So that's the thing you have to be careful about. Now because this is a nuke, I am going to light my smoker. It may not really be necessary, but a nuke does have frames of brood to protect. So it's possible that they could be a little more defensive than a package would be. So I'm going to light my smoker and move my nuke into the big hive. Anytime that you're using smoke, whether you're installing new bees or inspecting your hive, it's a good idea to just give them a little puff of cool white smoke and then wait a few minutes. Give it a chance to work. My nuke box has 5 frames. My Langstroth hive will need 10. So I've placed 4 in the new hive, and I have 1 on the side. The reason for that is because I want to be very careful when I'm moving the frames from the nuke to the full hive to make sure that I don't squish my queen. In this way, I can place my 5 frames into my 10 frame box and still have room for 1, and then I can squeeze that one in at the last. In my colonies, I only use wooden frames and beeswax foundation. However, when you purchase nukes, you will get whatever the supplier uses himself. So that's okay, because over time I can rotate that out and put my own stuff in. But for now, I am getting frames with drawn comb and brood and all the ingredients that I need to make a healthy bee colony. As I remove the frames from the nuke box, I will start on the edge. The queen could be anywhere, but she is most likely to be in the middle. So I will start removing frames from one of the edges so that I will be less likely to roll my queen. This is a good thing to show you that bees do their own thing, and even when we follow the rules, sometimes they don't. My queen I found on the very last frame, but luckily she seems to be in good shape. You just never know where she'll be. Okay, I have installed the nuke and the extra frames into the deep. I smoked the bees down just a little so that I could scrape the excess wax off the top of the frames, and they should be ready to go. And now the nuke is installed. I have the empty box sitting right beside the hive so that any stragglers inside can come out and find their queen. I will place a feeder inside the hive, and I will reduce the front entrance in just a little while. Now you may notice that I have a deep and a shallow. This is a little risky. I'm always telling you to match the space inside your hive to your population of bees. In a normal circumstance, this 5 frame nuke would be put into the 10 frame box, and I would feed them and leave them in that for a few weeks and give them time to build up more before adding a second box. The reason I didn't do that today is because I had frozen frames of honey to go in that shallow food super. Both of these boxes will belong to the bees. So I'm going to go ahead and give this new colony a full super of honey. This is a little risky because they have to patrol all that area, but I'm taking that risk and hoping that the benefits of the honey will outweigh the risk of the space that they have to guard. Good luck, little bees. I hope you grow into a happy, healthy colony.